Influential music. Looking at yourself, what you see? Is it ugly or is it a masterpiece? Are you always fighting or are you at peace? Always talking or are you slow to speak? Fed up with yourself or are you pleased? Really living saved or are you faking? Comfortable when you pray or are you on your knees? Do you think about it or do you overheat? Patience came in, so let me eat. Let this influential message maybe change the way you think. All it takes is one day to make a change of everything. The BIBLE's what to read to succeed, but not just to read, but to really study. Understanding is key, I will always repeat. This life a fallacy, I was blind but now I see. I pray that Jesus Christ will do for you like he did for me. Gotta make a change. One day, one day, one day, one day. Jesus make a way. One day, one day, one day, one day. Life get hard, we just wait. One day, one day, one day, one day. Trust and have the faith. One day, one day, one day, one day. Now we made the change, how can it be? Everybody switching up on me. I changed the way I walk, the way I talk, the way I think. For this price of wisdom is above any ruby. Life can get so heavy, so we intercede. Faith without works is dead, so we do good deeds. Good food from our labor, cause we planted good seeds. House on solid ground, so we not wavering. Life is getting so crazy. Most people are distracted from what's on TV. One nation under God with a lowercase g. If you study, then you know what I mean. In 2 Timothy 3, we will see everything. We in perilous times, Antichrist approaching. Listen to the news and we will be deceived. Give our life to Jesus, we have everything we need. Patience, gotta have it, we will see. It's a blessing when we praise him, when we out here suffering. Remember about Job, the story is encouraging. Keep our mind on Jesus, he'll keep us in perfect peace. We got Galatians 5 to see how we're supposed to be. Never will be perfect, but we're always striving. When we make mistakes, repent, continue pressing. It's all worth it in the end, we have life everlasting. Gotta make a change. One day, one day, one day, one day. Jesus make a way. One day, one day, one day, one day. Life get hard, we just wait. One day, one day, one day, one day. Trust and have the faith. One day, one day, one day, one day. One day, 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 today. Gotta make a change. One day, one day, one day, one day, one day, one day. It might be today. Jesus make a way. One day, one day.